Okay, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. And this is podcast number 17. And today we are going to talk about the more about the corporates, the harsh reality of corporates, how it used to be, how it is today, and how it's going to be future. So आज इसके अंदर जिसके आप समझ सकते हो या किसी से शेयर कर सकते हो and if we are talking about the reality then do comment below and do let us know your situations, your experiences, maybe in the next podcast with Charanjit and some other, हम उसी को भी discuss करेंगे. So let's start the podcast. Hi Charanjit, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Uh, okay, so as you know, we are talking about the corporate. So before going into that, I want to know about your how did you start the journey and your education, sort of फिर उस पे हम आगे चलते हैं अपने goals पे.
Sure. So I'm born and brought up in Delhi, as you know. So did my schooling from here, did my graduation from Delhi University, from a regular college, and after that, I got into a job, and along with the job, like initially, I was not that much aware of the importance of the degree. So I started with my career. Then, in a BFSI
Hmm.
industry, I started with that, and then from there I moved on to NBFC. And while doing NBFC, it is a very what do you say, when the fate has written something for you, it will automatically happen. So I went for a pitch to a company for my NBFC product, and uh, there were about 5 6 people in that particular office. Was a branch office of an immigration consultancy. So they all sat, they all listened to me very very properly. And when I ended my pitch, because I got a very unique idea to go and pitch my product over here. So after that, what happened that when I ended my pitch, the branch manager over there, he offered me a job immediately. That you speak so well, you speak so good, so why don't you come and join me? So that was where I actually entered into a corporate world, to be precise, and I started my journey from there. From NBFC sales, I went into immigration consultancy, which again, I really enjoyed because I love speaking. I love to talk to the people. I love to give solutions. I want to hear them out, what problems they have. If I can help them with something. So that something is has been my nature since my childhood, and that's something where I feel that's the reason I went into sales. I never liked computers, which somehow I regret today because everybody in IT is making money. To be very candid,
True.
you definitely make money in sales. Also, it's not that difficult. It actually you enjoy and you get into a good product selling and everything. You can definitely make a hell lot of money in sales as well. But IT was something which initially a start of your career will look like, okay, the starting salaries in IT is very good and
Yep.
definitely the world is open for you. So in that job, actually, my that branch manager actually guided me, look, with your graduation, you'll be stuck at a particular level. You need to do your
Mm-hmm.
MBA, right? So he actually guided me, and from there I started my uh, distance MBA, and I completed my MBA from Sikkim Manipal University during that job itself. And when I did that, again, I don't know, like it is something written in fate. One of my customers was a HR manager. When we were doing immigration consultancy, I was basically handling the skilled consultancy also and business entrepreneur consultancy as well. So as I told you, my for me, customer is always prime, right? My intentions are always that my customer should not face any kind of an issue. My intentions are always towards helping them out. So there we developed a kind of a very good relationship with her, and she used to come along with her husband. They both were professionals, IT professionals. She was an HR professional. Her husband was an IT professional. So they
Okay.
were actually looking at migrating to Australia. At that point of a time, I guided them very properly, and somehow as a thank you, when she saw that my communication skills are good and I can talk well and everything. So she said that I'm working in this company in Noida. Why don't you come? We have a requirement for a sales professional. Would you be interested in actually joining and coming for an interview? So she guided me for that, and that's where I actually went into my journey. Started with the HRO solutions sales, right? So I went for the interview. I cracked the interview, and you won't believe it was a huge change for me. Reason being, when I was in immigration consultancy, it was a 7-day job, right? even though we were entitled
Seven
for
days.
7 days. Yes, consultancy was open 7 days. We were entitled for a one weekly off, but due to the pressure, sales pressure, if initial before 15th I take a weekly off, it's okay. But after 15th, it was kind of a no. So that's a hard reality of Indian work culture that even though leave is your right, but here
Yep.
you have to take permission from your manager. Can I take the leave? So that's something. And when I moved on to this IT company in sales profile in Noida, it was a 5 day job, and it felt like week is passing by like this. I was amazed. Like Monday, I start going to the office. Then definitely my job was to go out to the meetings, bring business for the company. So it was like 2007. I started my career in that HRO field, and you won't believe that till today I'm hardly going to office. So it is all meetings.
So your work from home was started in 2000 back in
It
the
was not
seven.
exactly that time. It was work from home. It was that my aim was to just go for a meeting. Right.
Okay.
I was always on field, so I'll be going out for a meeting. Although I used to go to the office in the morning, I'll go to the office, understand, do discussions and everything, and after that I'll go out for a meeting. And after that, I'm not supposed to come back to the office,
Mhm.
so I can directly go to home and relax. But the most amazing part was it was Monday to Friday. So unlike my previous days, it felt like it was an entire change of a world for me. So now the habit has been so bad of 5 days working culture that even if I give an interview today, I do ask, are you a 5 day working organization or are you a 6 day working organization? They say it's a six
It's
day
very
working
difficult.
organization. I say simply sorry, I cannot. So that's where exactly my journey started in the HRO field. Started with recruitment consultancies, recruitment sales, and everything, but to the corporates. And that day, since I moved on to other companies, I added more products into my portfolios, of like temp staffing, which are the HR products, HCM software sales, and then payroll services, compliances, trainings. So whatever the HR head is actually looking for, I learned all that in different organizations that I worked in after that.
I guess that's a huge one, and we can learn a lot, but mostly focus on the sales. Okay, so starting with our main thing, why did you choose sales?
So I have been a talkative person since start, since my childhood. I love to speak to the people, and uh, like I was never fascinated by computers. I Even though I scored very good marks in science in class 10th, but because of few chapters in chemistry, I said I don't want to take non-medical science, which again my principal told, why are you not choosing it? Because I never had that kind of interest. Now I opted for commerce, and maybe because of lack of knowledge, because of lack of guidance. For At my point of time, when you are doing passing your 12th from commerce, you only have very few options available. Either you go for a CA or you go for an MBA. For MBA, again, you have to do a graduation.
Mm.
So very limited opportunities were in front of me. So when I completed my graduation, because of some family issues, also I couldn't go out of Delhi to do an MBA. So I decided, "Okay, let me start with the job, and then later on I'll see about it." And sales was the only option that was available to me because of lack of any technical degree also. And secondly, I also liked it, to be very candid. I liked selling the things. So that's something I automatically got attracted towards the sales career. I never opted for accounts. I never opted for economics. I never opted for computers. Somehow I never had any kind of a liking towards these careers. Like, I tried, definitely I tried doing accountancy. I felt bored. I said, no, this is something I can't do for a lifelong.
So
Even C, I gave the attempt with half heart. To be very candid, I never wanted. It was just a society pressure.
you do
Was
have it.
you what are you doing? Are you not doing? Are you not trying? It was a friend's pressure because everybody were giving CA entrance
So
examinations.
peer pressure में दे दिया था.
Peer pressure, totally peer pressure.
So again, when it comes to sales, and it always said कि sales is more target driven rather than sales driven. Is it true?
Yes, nowadays, yes. And again, I will not say entirely. It totally depends on organization to organization. Look, this is where big companies and small companies come into the picture. Some companies become brand, right?
Hmm.
And some companies remain companies. So nowadays, even the big brands are also very, say, number-driven organizations. It's
Yep.
numbers everywhere. But yes, when I started my career, uh, like I got experience of both both dishes to be precise, where somewhere it was more of efforts, more of value sales, more of relationship building. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you go, you at least build a relationship. May not be today, maybe in future. So build your brand. That somewhere I got these instructions. Ki, Charan, you have to make efforts. Results will automatically come. So again, as I told you, ki, like there were these kind of leaders also who themselves have faced these kind of situations, and you cannot lie to them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
True.
So they will understand when you're talking to them, whether you are saying the truth or you are lying around it. And I have worked in those organizations also where they only used to talk about numbers. What numbers you are clocking in? What numbers are you going to close at the end of the month? What numbers are you going to close at the end of the year? So I had experience of both. Yes, the second one is difficult to work. That's where exactly you get your stress. And the first one is something where you actually desire to work. But yes, if you ask me today, even with the big companies, it is all numbers.
Numbers.